Hi guys, welcome back to DIY Digital Marketing. My name is Casey Kepley. In today's video we're going to be talking about Google Analytics for beginners. Okay, so this is a tutorial that's going to show you a few different things that you can do with Google Analytics to track your website, like traffic and the visitors that are coming into that. So continue watching and I'll see you in the next segment of the video. Thanks. So here we are. This is the dashboard for Google Analytics. And what you're looking at is just some KPI metrics basically of websites. And with Google Analytics, the cool thing about that is it's a good place to go to look at your user behavior, like what your visitors are doing while they're on your website. And it can get pretty overwhelming pretty quick. Google Analytics does a ton of different things, but to make things short here and brief, there's only a couple things that you need to focus on. First, when you're looking at a website, well, you'll have to get it set up first, and I'll show you that in a later video because that's a whole another video in itself. But when you're setting up your website and you've got everything going and you're starting to get traffic, that normally is going to take a couple weeks. Okay, so be patient with it. It doesn't happen like right overnight, and you've got to get some content going on your website. Now, keep in mind what you're seeing here is just one website of mine. I've got a couple others, but this is probably the newest website that actually has some traffic going to it that I've continually worked on throughout the last year. Okay, so what you're seeing is traffic and visitors that have hit this website over the last year. Now, it's not too impressive, so don't pay attention to that because it may have to do with the fact that I was branding a company name and I was going for more of a brand rather than just focusing on like keywords. So because my business is a little bit of a hybrid and I'm going towards internet marketing, which is a huge category in itself, I haven't really specifically narrowed this website down to a specific niche. Okay, that's probably one reason why I would say that the visitors and the traffic that you're seeing here is rather low for just being up for a year. It could be far greater if I actually honed in and created a website that was in a specific niche, like say video cameras or something like that. There's a lot that goes into this as far as getting your traffic up, but that's not the main focus of this video. What I'm going to show you is a couple different tools that you can use to actually see what your visitors are doing. So again, don't pay attention to the amount of users and the page views that have come in over the last year on this because it's pretty much irrelevant. So you can change the date up here in the right hand corner where my cursor is. And what I've done here is set the date back to when I first got started. So it would have been like the middle of August in 2018. And once you set the date, make sure you're an audience as well. So over here in the left hand corner, you've got home, customization. Go down to audience, click on overview. And once you click on overview, you'll get this audience overview dashboard. So once you're there, then you can change the date. Now, once the date has been changed, you're going to look at a couple different things. You're going to look at the users, so you can see how many users are hitting your website, page views, so you can see how many people have actually viewed the website, and then page sessions, average session duration. So this is the average amount of time that users are on my website. So as you can see here, it's about 1 minute and 8 seconds. I don't know, I wouldn't say that's like tremendously good, but it's better than 7 seconds or 8 seconds, because here's the thing, guys. When visitors come to your website and you've created a website, the normal attention span for a human being is about 7 seconds. It's about that of a goldfish. And you want to try to capture their attention and keep them on your page for more than 7 seconds. So if you can do that, I would say you're probably on the right track. As you can see here, the average session duration is about 1 minute and 8 seconds. Now the bounce rate is fairly high, okay, and the number of sessions per user I don't even really pay attention to that. So just focus on the bounce rate. But the bounce rate is 82.52%, which is really high. If you can try to get that number down as low as possible, that's what you want to do, because the bounce rate basically it's a way for Google Analytics to tell you that people are either going into your site right away and then they're leaving the website because they're not interested, or your load speed for your website's too slow, whatever it might be. But people are going to your website and then they lose interest pretty quick and then they bounce off, or it might be that they're going to your home page, and once they get there, they'll stay on the page, or whatever page it is you're trying to market. They'll go to that page and then they leave that page and go to a different page. So they're bouncing, and that's part of the bounce rate as well. So people could be bouncing all over your website, reading different content, looking at different articles, that sort of thing. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does show you that your customers are kind of all over the place, or your visitors. And with this one here, like I said, there's not a specific niche for this website. The website you're looking at here is www.liondenproducts.com. I'll leave a link in the description below for you, but it's basically a website about investing and how to basically generate passive income for yourself, product and service reviews on all sorts of different products and services that help with that sort of thing. Okay, so if you're interested in any of that, you can go to the website, check it out. But it's basically a traditional website, and it's got 5 different categories, or 6 different categories, with a ton of different content. And basically all I've been doing is just doing content marketing with it, which is where you write up articles and put links in there. You can do some affiliate marketing with it. Go check it out, because it'll give you some good ideas as to what you can do with content marketing. Now, if you look at the traffic, though, the traffic kind of it picked up. Okay, so September 1st through April 1st, so a full year almost. We went from September of 2018 to April 1st of 2019. You can see that the traffic gradually started increasing, right? And then it dropped down a little bit, and then it starts increasing again. Well, that's because I was posting content on a regular basis. So I was writing articles and trying to rank under keywords through search engine optimization. It started working, but however, I was still in school at the time, so I didn't have a whole lot of time. I was working a day job, about 45 hours a week on top of that, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to write content. Okay, and that was very difficult to do. So if you're somebody starting out with a traditional website, and you're doing content marketing, and you're just trying to get people to a website, there's other ways to go about it. And if you're in school and you got a day job, just try to stay consistent with it. And the reason I say that is because look what happened. As of April 1st, 2019, it gradually started to the traffic started to fall off, and then it really fell off here August 1st. Okay, down to like September 1st of this year. Now, I'm not too worried about that, because again, it's not my bread and butter. It's just a way for me to bring in traffic and then disperse that traffic to other places like YouTube channels, Facebook group, or a landing page for like a service, that sort of thing. So keep that in mind when you're building a traditional website. Again, you can go check my website out at liondenproducts.com. That is a traditional website. The problem with that is that people get distracted, okay, and they start bouncing all over the place, like what you're seeing right here. What I'm trying to say and prove to you through the analytics here is that is the truth. Like, people, when they get overwhelmed with information or e-commerce products, that kind of thing, they start bouncing all over the place, and then what ends up happening is your users don't convert to customers or sales. So it all depends on what you're trying to achieve. So for this one, it was more of a hybrid website that's just there to basically let you know like what we do as a company, and we do product and service reviews. So we were going and trying to attack the affiliate marketing side of stuff, and in doing so, we were creating content through content marketing and just free advertising through search engine optimization. So the traffic that I am bringing in here that you're looking at is not, I didn't pay, for advertising. It's all free advertising, guys, just through search engine optimization and writing articles. So it's free, is what I'm trying to say, and that's not bad for free marketing. The other thing about this is that, I don't have to pay Google or Facebook. So the money that's coming out of my back pocket is absolutely zero. That's the audience overview. Now, there's some other stuff that you can look at as well, like you can do behavior, new versus returning. So we'll go there real quick. This will tell you new visitors that you have versus returning visitors. I don't pay much attention to this unless I'm running like Facebook ads, because if I'm running Facebook ads, I can look at this number from Facebook, on returning visitors, and I can hone in and retarget people on new ads from people that actually hit my ad. As far as a website is concerned, retargeting returning visitors on a website, basically the only way that you could probably do that is to create yourself an email capture form, which I've set up on my website. So the only way to retarget these people, though, is if they fill out that email form. There's some other stuff in here too that I'll cover maybe in a later video, because I want to keep this video fairly short. But that's really it, guys. That's all I focus on when it comes to Google Analytics. There's other tools out there that are better, as far as like looking at keywords that people are searching. There is a couple tools here in Google Analytics that will break down like a table and show you where your visitors are going, what pages they're hitting. Again, I'd have to go through here and look at that real quick. You got demographics, overview, so you can look at your age, genders. So right now on this one, there's not a whole lot of data coming in on this. Again, that's because I don't have it set up for filters for that kind of thing. You got users flow. This is what I was talking about with showing you where people are going on your pages. So the starting pages, you got through traffic 16.1%, 83% of that is dropping off because they're either going to a different page, having a different interaction or an engagement. So this right here is fairly good to look at too, because you can get some information as to where people are going. And it breaks it down by interaction. So the first interaction, second interaction, and you can see the drop-offs here at the very top. So that's another tool that you can look at. But other than that, that's really about it. I'll go back up here to the audience overview real quick. Again, focus on the bounce rate, focus on your average session duration. Maybe if you can, try to get the demographics of who all's coming in, and as far as females and males. You can use that information to target in Facebook ads, and then maybe that where we just came from here down at the bottom with users flow, so you can get an idea of what pages you might want to start focusing on, since all your traffic's going to specific areas of your website. That's all I got. If you like what you're seeing here, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button on the channel, and I'll be putting out some more video here in the not too distant future. Other than that, that's all I've got. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.